Hey, y'all. Good morning. Today is August the 10th of 2023. Yesterday, I had to open back up that Facebook group, and I went on a whole rant about signings. But first, let's get the introductions out the way. My name is Ebony, CEO of Ebony's Mobile Notary, founder of 757 Notary Sisters, owner-operator of Boss Events. And today, we getting into... Y'all took me out. Y'all took me out the game. Pretty good. And I am going to go into a full detail, and hopefully you'll understand what I'm saying. I get it. I started off as a COVID notary. Signings was coming like rapid fire. I'm not talking about the flow of the signings. I'm talking about the price. Cool. 2021. 8 to 10 closings ranging between $100, $150, sometimes $200 a closing. I'm doing 8 to 10 in a day during COVID. Yeah, we all know COVID was going to end. Things were going to slow down. No smoke. I needed for it to slow down. I wasn't liking doing those 8 to 10 closings every single day, and it was a rat race. But fast forward 2022, we all experienced the slowdown, but signings was still coming out at the same regular rate. All of a sudden, we started seeing foolish numbers. Like, I'm doing a refinance, been doing a refinance for you for the past, say, year and a half, been doing it at $100, and now you offering me $60. Like, it started getting weird. So then it was, well, you're getting lower rates because we're having to go back out and do re-signs. There's so many notaries. They're not educated. They're not, they're making a bunch of mistakes. So we're having to go back and play double. Fair. So that's when I started, really saying, y'all, please get y'all education. But I guess that all fell on deaf ears. So let's go back. I was averaging getting signings for between $100 and $150. And we just going with average small numbers. Y'all know, look, y'all, I got 3 pieces of paper. I was probably doing 30 to 50 loan signings a month. So that means I was bringing in between $3,000 and $5,000 in loan signings. Then I started picking up in my general notary work, and I probably would get between 40 and 60 calls a month. So that probably averaged in another $2,000 to $4,000. So that means on a lower end of the month, I would probably make about $5,000 in my notary business. On a higher end of the month, I probably would make about $9,000 in my notary business. And for me, that number definitely did fluctuate. It definitely did be up and down because I do have a lot of direct clients. So I was getting a lot of higher end signings at $200 and $300 sometimes for a signing. So what has happened during 21 and 20 and 23? Gas has increased, or the cost of an oil change has increased. Paper has increased. Toner has increased. The cost to print your marketing supplies have increased. And y'all know I keep a spreadsheet. Y'all know I do. Y'all know I keep a spreadsheet. So this is not stuff that I'm making up on top of my head. These are real numbers that I'm looking at on my spreadsheet that I'm looking at. And I'm like, oh, so what was it? In June, I spent $240 on gas. In July, I spent $380 on gas. And we're in August now. So if I'm averaging about $300 to $400 in gas, I'm having to get 2 oil changes because we rolling. And maybe, and like I said, I don't know if I live on a whole nother earth, island, planet than everybody else. Like maybe y'all still got gas for 89 cents and I need to move where y'all at. Maybe, I don't know. And maybe y'all mileage don't be a mile, so you're not getting oil changes. But my car will definitely be like low oil, time to get an oil change. And I got the car that be like, you don't have to get an oil change until 5,000 miles, and I'm still getting two. I'm getting two within 3 months. And you can't get into the dealership. That's an all-day affair. So now I got to take my car over here to these little Take 5s, and you know I don't like doing that. But I got to, because I need my car. I do not need my oil not to be in my car and not have all this smoke, right? So last month, and I'm already ready, I got an oil change twice in July at $89 a pop. Twice in July. And we rolling up to get another oil change, and we in the middle of August. My toner, I have an HP printer. My toner used to be $104. You price matched it, and I would get it for $88 and like $93 after taxes. My toner is now $160. Then I can price match it and get it at $125. Okay. FedEx now has, if you go in and have them print you out some stuff, they're adding a fee. I mean, and I'm friends with FedEx, so you know I be getting my stuff for the low. But everybody ain't like that. So my budget for my marketing supplies went from $75 a month to about $150 a month. Everything has gone up, and our signings have gone down. Did I already talk about the paper? I used to get 8x11 paper for $40 or for 10 packs of paper. Now it's $60. I used to get legal paper for the 10, $60. Now it's $80. You see, everything is going up. Signings are going down. The overhead is not making sense, right? So let's talk about what happens in these closings. Homeowner buys a home. They have closing costs. There's a whole bunch of them. It's all listed on the CD and on the alter statement. You can look for yourself. There are allocated funds for notary services. Now, this part I'm just using as a number, just a whole number so that we can keep it right. So say that number is $400 is what they've charged the client for in their closing costs for the notary service. Then they go, all right, 1, 2, 3 signing service. Here is a closing, and we're going to give it to you for $300 because title say they kept 100. 1, 2, 3 signing service drops it into signing order or snap docs or one of these different little places, or calls a person like me and asks me if I have a notary, and they put it in there for $75, and they keep the $225 at 1, 2, 3 signing service. Meanwhile, you are printing the documents, going to provide the excellent customer service. You got to scan back the documents. You got to drop the documents. All of those tasks for $75. When we were doing those same tasks for $125. The documents didn't change. It's not like, oh, well, refis are now only 20 pages. No, they still those same 150, 170 pages. I still got to do everything I have been doing. I still got to leave the signer a copy. I gotta still provide. When I show up, I'm expected to show up on time, dress professionally, make sure that I contact them immediately after the signing, make sure that I complete the order and the order report. I gotta do all of these moving parts for $75. I don't know if y'all realize it. You can go work at Chick-fil-A and make a sandwich, put a pickle on it, you ain't got the cheese on that shit, and in 3 hours you can make that, right? And I'm just saying, because remember, the $75, you still got to pay taxes on it. So the $75 is really only $50 if you take out 22% for taxes. Have you ever looked at it like that? You going to go do this whole entire thing. So give you another example. Yeah, my poor balcony got all this paper on it. Old Republic. They do Penny Mac loans. Everybody know Penny Mac. Oh, they're big. But we all love a Penny Mac loan because a Penny Mac loan will pay. So Old Republic used to have an onboarding system where you get on with them, the whole 9 yards, and they would pick up the phone and call you and say, hey, we have a closing in your area, because you've already done your application, you sent in your welcome package and all your credentials, so they know where you're at. And they would ask you, what is your fee for this? It's approximately, looks like it's about 10 miles away from your home, and looks like, oh man, this is a large package. It looks like it's about 172 pages, and it's Thursday. Are you going to be able to scan that back to us? Because we need scan backs Thursdays through Sundays, just so that we can review them. Absolutely. My fee will be $200. Okay, thank you. Make sure you send us an invoice. You do the signing, you scan it back, you do all the moving parts, the same moving parts. Provide that good customer service at $200. Now, they sending their signings through Mortgage Connect and paying $75. Wanna know why? They said increased mistakes, and notaries in your area take it. What? And then what happened to Inspire? I ain't seen a Freedom loan in a minute. I done seen a Wells Fargo loan, and Wells Fargo put out a big statement saying that they were no longer doing home loans, so they're not doing the purchases. But I guess a couple of their customers do be able to refi, because I have had a couple of Wells Fargo loans, but I have not seen Freedom in a minute. I've been seeing Flagstar. But needless to say, Freedom, or what we used to be called Inspire and Mortgage Connect, they sister companies. They were, at least. I think now it's Townsgate. And you would onboard, and they would say, you know, this is the average fee that we pay for it. So when I onboarded with them, no scan backs, and their packages were small, were between 101 and 120, I would say would be their packages. And it would be $95, no scans. And then if they had scans, and the only way they had scans was for same day funding, would be $115. Not a problem. They always, I don't know how they did it, but they would always give me stuff in my exact zip code. And, you know, and they had a app. Well, yeah, it was an app, and you could just accept whatever. And you got to invoice them. You get paid, 48 hours after you do the signing, you can submit to be paid. You get paid a few days after. Beautiful. And your fee was always the fee that you set up when you onboarded, because they did a phone interview with you too. Now, I don't get no notifications from Inspire. I ain't seen them in a minute. I get notifications from Townsgate. Townsgate is using whatever Inspire had, because I be getting them for $95 and I be getting them for $115. True enough, but I don't get enough from Townsgate. I think I got 4 so far. We at the 10th? Yeah, I think I've gotten 4. And I used to get like 4 in a day. And then who else? Hold on. Yeah, Mortgage Connect. Yeah, so for Mortgage Connect, they used to go by your fee, but now I see them sending out stuff for $60, $65, $75. I asked. Notaries in your area are accepting that fee. Then service link called me. I didn't call them. I didn't call them. They called me and said, could I reduce my fees? When I was doing a HELOC for $85 and I would do their refis for $125. Asked me to reduce my fees to $55 for a HELOC and $65 for a refinance. Why? Why? And then, like I say, what broke the camel's back yesterday, me and Premium, they a signing service. We had a good relationship. Get it, sending it, get it, let's get it. When I first started with them, they was 110. That was cool. That's cool. I do a few for you. Then it slowly dropped down to 100. I noticed it, but cool. Then 90. I started, what you doing, honey? But still wasn't tripping too much. Now 60 and 70. No. So what did I do? Let me ask. Notaries in your area are taking it for that fee, and because we always got to double back, and because of all these increased errors, so the good notary is being punished for people that don't want to get education and just want to be out here doing stuff, and you messing it up. You messing it up when you could just get the education that you need, learn how to be a good notary, learn how to be a good signing agent, and we could all get the bag. But instead, it's like you being dumb on purpose. I don't get it. I don't get it. So everything went up. Gas, oil changes, paper, toner, supplies, everything increased. And signings decreased. Make it make sense. So of course, me being me, I called my local title company. Let me holler at you. And the way they broke it down to me is that it's cheaper for them to put the signing on a signing service platform and just play Game of Thrones and pray for the best versus giving me the signing. Because my fee is, now remember I called directly to title. So if they boxed up $400 for the closing, and my fee is say $200 for that closing. You keep your $200, I got my $200, we're good to go. But what they're saying is it's cheaper. It costs them say $25 to throw it on sign and order or either SnapDocs. And when they put it in there, they're going to put it in there for $75. So now they kept $300. It's way cheaper for you to use that platform than to use me. Play Game of Thrones. So, again, start this business. Hopefully you got some money. Hopefully you've got a plan. And again, like I was telling the group yesterday, I am a nurse. So it's been such a long time since I've made minimum wage. So $65 may sound perfect to somebody who was on a job making $10 an hour. That may sound perfect. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not trying to say don't do it, but what we gonna be a year from now? Y'all gonna be doing these same closings at $30? Talk to me. Tell me. Make me understand. What we gonna do when the printers, and I've watched the printers go up and down. I want to say Brothers got their printer on sale right now for $269 if you're looking for a printer. I'm an HP girl. I got my printer for $500. My same printer now goes for $689. I promise you I got my printer for $499. I got my printer for $499. So again, everything is going up. Everything, gas, toner, oil changes, everything is going up. and the fees for the signings are going down. And the reason why they say it's going down is because notaries will do it for that price. I've gotten that answer over and 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 over again. I do not do third-party gossip, hearsay. I pick up the phone and I call, and that's what they told me. And like I said, ServiceLink called me and asked me to reduce my fees, and I said no. I said, you can take me off. No, I'm not reducing my fees. Not to 55, 65. Not at all. Not at all. And I like them. I like their clients. I like everything about ServiceLink. Not doing it. BankServe, I love BankServe. But at these rates, I'm not getting ready to lose my life. You know how quick you got to answer a BankServe response? And we used to be driving and you be ready to take somebody off the road to get to that signing. Not no more. I don't get, not no more. So again, I'm not trying to talk you out of this business or anything like that. I love being a notary. I love being a signing agent. I want you to work for what you're worth. Know that this is a business. Know that we came into business to excel whatever we have going on, not to stay stagnant. TJ asked me, well, with all your other stuff that you're doing, aren't you making enough money to sustain? I said, oh yeah, I can sustain, but I didn't go into business to sustain. I went into business to excel. I want something greater. I want to have more. Like, I want all my bills paid. I want the A1 credit. I want to be able to travel on my own time and do this and do that. But the way these signings are coming out, I'm able to not go to work and pay my bills, but I can't get on the airplane because, yeah, I don't know what my next week gonna look like. Yeah, so I can sustain. Absolutely. Bills are paid. That's not an issue. And I mean, and I'll say I have a little bit of savings in my account, but y'all got to remember, if we were just going off of my mobile notary business, I wouldn't have no money in my savings account. If we were just going off my mobile notary business, I would just have enough to pay my bills. Thank God I have other businesses, and thank God that I'm a nurse. But here's the thing. I'm getting tired of chasing money. And everybody goes, oh, you got to go into the digital world. And yeah, but no, I'm going to have a business that I'm passionate about too. I have passive income. I do. My little Etsy store is my little passive income. I've got affiliate links, but unfortunately, y'all won't even take the training because, of course, I can see my reports on, you know, who's clicking my stuff, and y'all not clicking the stuff that I'm recommending, no nothing. So y'all don't want the training. And I've always said, I'm not worried about booking the one-on-ones with me per se. I'm worried about you getting that state-specific training and knowing how to be a signing agent. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the things that I need for people to get. I know I want to help you in your journey, and I want you to be able to see the big plan. But at the end of the day, know your state laws, get that training on how to be a signing agent so that you're not out here in these streets looking frou-frou. But from what they saying, notaries in the area are taking the lower fees. And because of the increase of mistakes, they're not willing to give the higher dollar. If anybody knows any good skincare routines, can you please drop it in the comments? Because I want to start doing some skincare. I've noticed as I'm getting older, my skin is changing. So if you have any good skincare routines, I do plan on going to Ulta and seeing what I can buy, but I am noticing some flaws in my skin, and it's probably from me wearing makeup. So we're gonna wrap this up because we had 24 minutes. Y'all probably not even watching no more, but it's all good. I had to make a hard decision. I'm still a notary. My business is still open. I'm going back to work. And I am no longer chasing these signings. I will work with my directs. Thank God, God has put me in a position to where if I do have a signing, I I can be flexible at work. I can leave work. It's a management position, so I can leave work. If my direct was to call me and I say it's 2:30 in the middle of the afternoon, hey, can you go and do a signing for 4:30? It wouldn't be a problem. I'm salaried, wouldn't be a problem. So I'm going back to work. I'm not chasing these signings. Is my photo booth still open? Absolutely. Am I still officiating these weddings? Abso-freaking-lutely. Am I still doing general notary work? Absolutely. But I'm going to secure me a job as well. So think about it. Write your plan out. And I'm so happy that I was able to do this, because last time that didn't really happen, but I had blew a lot of money. I'm glad that I didn't blow my money, but I was able to see what was happening with my money. So we all just had end of month. Y'all know I do my bills. I pay myself once a month. For the month of July, I made $12,000 between all of the businesses. So which even will show you that they all each roughly, well, they didn't. I think 7,000 was mobile notary. I think 3,000 or 4,000 was photo booths and weddings, and I think it was like 500 or 600 for 757 Notary Sisters, right? So I want to say it went like that. That's how it went. But needless to say, I was able to put up money. I was able to have money put to the side. I was able to pay my bills. I'm still working on my debt, working on my credit, just doing life. But I noticed I wasn't trending up, and I was kind of doing a wave, and then I kind of went flat. Like, okay, you're not broke, but you're not excelling. As I was putting those signings in, it was just like, well, what are we going to do? Because we're not trending down just yet, but we're just kind of here at a flat line. So this time, before I start trending down and I do be in financial trouble, I'm just going to return right on back to work. I didn't have I turned down. Now it's, yesterday when I made my video in my group, which I took it down, because I was like, no, I'm just going to do it in a full YouTube. So it's not like a big rant. But yesterday I had down 13 notifications that I turned down that came out at between $60 and $70. I have 11 notifications that I countered and I did not get, and I have 7 notifications that I got at my right rate, and 6 notifications that I countered and I got. So today is the 10th. I've had over 40 notifications run through my phone, and I've only done 13 closings, and which is okay, but that's not a lot of money. Y'all know how fast these months go. Like, I would have had to hustle these next 2.5 weeks. Yeah, we got 13 days about left in this month, maybe 14, 15. I know it end on a weekday, but I would have had to like go crazy hustle for these signings. And I think I have a signing scheduled in September. Yeah, I have one signing scheduled in September. I had nothing on the books for this week, nothing on the books for the end of the month, which I know they're going to be coming out, but they're going to be coming out at that $75. They're going to be coming out at that $60. Y'all got it. Have it. Enjoy. Enjoy. It's not enough for me. Not enough. Not for all the work that you have to do. And maybe once you're in it, you'll start to understand, like, especially for these people that say that they take these signings and the signings be an hour away. So when you spend 30 minutes on, first you waiting all day for your documents, but say you got 30 minutes on getting your documents, reviewing your documents, putting them in that envelope, making sure that you got the client's copy and you got the directions, making sure that you've already confirmed that appointment. So now where are we at? That's 30 minutes. Then you got to drive to the appointment. Now you at an hour and a half. Now you got to execute that appointment. Now you at 2 hours and a half. Now you got to drive back. Now you at 3.5 hours. Take 30 minutes to probably scan those documents. So now you at 4 hours. What is 75 divided by 4? And that's how much you made for that one closing per hour. And now you done left your whole day. So how you gonna do 5 and 6 of them for $60 or $75? It didn't make sense to me, y'all. So again, make sure you got a plan for your business. Please get some education in this business. Stop taking these low ass fees, and I will catch y'all when we back in business doing things great. Bye.